So the next circle starts like so, just right on top of the other. Now, since I put in the inside blocks, it'll cover those ones up, but it's not a big deal. So this one is 3, and then 2, and then switching directions, it'll be 2 and then 3 again. Of course, this one's already here. This goes that way, like so, and now in a moment, if I don't screw this up horribly, no, it looks right, I will drop down and we'll get another angle. I'll take another look at this. And there we go. I'm going to try the water route. Yay, no damage. Well, that doesn't look right, but that's not supposed to be there. So it's starting to look pretty decent from the inside, and I'm missing a plank. So it's always good to inspect your work, that way you don't miss things. There we go. And sometime I'll have to fill this in. So here's the inside so far. Now likely what I'll do is possibly change the way this looks a little bit here, but I'll get to that later. And see if I can get a top view, maybe from on top of this tree. It'd be nice. Ain't very high. Ah, my legs. Alright, that's what it's looking like so far. Actually, I think the next one up I'm going to make two tall, and maybe the one after that would be 3 tall. So this is, I got my little chart on my other monitor I'm taking a look at. I think the next one goes a little different. So this is, I got a little screw up here somewhere, don't I? Looks like it. Let's see, one of these is a little off. Ah, I see. Little mistake here. Now, it doesn't look too bad like this, actually. But, in my design, when I stop falling off my own house, I've got a slight, a little different. This isn't supposed to be there. Alright, let's try this again. See if I can fix this. Okay. 2 there, 2 there. I need to put one there, I think. Is this correct? Yeah, this is right. Alright, pop this off. Pop that off. Put this back there. Yeah, circles can be confusing. Okay, this looks correct. Okay, there we go. Now the next one starts pretty much the same. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Put that there. 3 across all these 4 edges. Whip out my wood. Yeah. And I'm trying to fill this spot here, so I'll just have to do this. Or I could put in the inside edge. That'll work. Like that. Now, I wanted to make this 2 blocks high. And hopefully this will look good. It's hard to say exactly how it'll turn out on a smaller house. It looked great on a big place. Yeah, I think that'll end up okay in the long run. If I was stopping here, it wouldn't look right, but I'm still going. All right, next square I believe is a lot more simple. Well, circle. It's just freaking like this. Just a square with the corners cut off. Now this one I'm probably going to want to have 3 high, but we'll look at it at 2 high and see what happens. Yeah, that looks pretty good at 2. And I'm going to have more wood, so be back. Now that I look at this again from this angle, I'd say on such a small house, these should only be 1 tall each. So I'm going to redo those. Well, I'll have to cut off that top one and shrink the smaller one there. Okay, well that's fixed. That's pretty flat. Well, not flat, but it doesn't stick out as much as it did. And next one is just me falling down again. Man, I need to get some boots of feather falling so bad. I'm going to just kill myself all over the place. I am gravity challenged. Okay. Next one just goes right on top here. Hollow spot in the center. Okay, and then just stick a little bit of wood on the top and you're done. Okay, now to get rid of all my scaffolding out of the inside, but we'll take a look at this first from a little bit of a distance. Now, I'm going to play around with these windows a little bit more. Ooh, that's actually looking pretty good. Yeah, that roof is turning out quite nicely. Let's check it out from up here. Fine, you're in the way. Also in the way. Also in the way, Vine. There we go. Crap. Oh, well, you can see a little bit. When I'm done, I'm going to go over here and really take a look at it from the top. Well, here it is from the inside so far. Nice and circular. It's got a nice pattern to it. I like it. Now, I need to adjust this a bit. I'm not entirely sure exactly how I want to go about doing that. I'll have to play with it a little bit. I'm thinking maybe just put these here in the corners like that and it might look good. But I might do something more. I'll have to try a couple things. Now, the building process never necessarily goes exactly according to plan. You always got to play with it. It's just the way it is. That's looking pretty good. Now, the other thing I might consider was possibly, say, pushing this out a block, but I don't know. That would probably be more involved than I want to play with. I think it looks good like that. Okay, well, next thing is the floor. Now, I'm thinking a wood floor would probably do. Maybe I might do a pattern with 2 different wood colors, since we got lots of different wood to play with. Or I might throw in wood and smooth stone, or wood and brick. I don't know. Well, stone brick. But, yeah, just dig out the whole floor, move your crap out of the way. Not to move stuff, just so I can play with the pattern. Now, I love playing with different patterns and geometric designs, and I don't usually make anything plain anymore, and I used to, but ever since I grew some artistic inspiration and played around with some neat designs for the first time, I just kind of I make something new and interesting every time I build, usually. So we'll see how this turns out. Oh, my shovel died. Oh well. There we go. Now I've got just a little bit of this wood and a lot of that wood to play with. And I got 16 stone bricks. I got some more stone cooking here. So, do I want to have stone around the edge or stone brick around the edge? Let's just try regular stone around the edge, see what this looks like. I'll put some sort of pattern in the center. I need more. Come on, furnace. Whoosh. I might have to go get more cobble too. I'm playing with the pattern, and this might work. I might still adjust it a bit. I like to prototype my patterns before I lay them out in stone, so to speak, and come up with a good one. Oh, that looks kind of neat, like a star. That'll work. Now, what to make it out of? I could make it out of this here, or I could make it out of wood. Not dirt, obviously. Smooth stone would work too. In any case, I want this stuff here to be in all the holes. And maybe I'll be able to figure out exactly what I want where afterwards. I might put it, might use the other kind of color of wood, but I don't know. I'll try some stuff and we'll see what happens. So that's what it looks so far. Now if I used stone brick, what would this look like? I'd prefer to use materials where I can just break them back and don't have to re-smelt. So if I try smooth stone at all, it would be the last thing, because I'd prefer not to have to re-smelt the stuff. So let's try this. Now this is looking pretty good. I like the contrast. And I need more. Okay. Let's see, I don't need this much. That should be plenty. Okay, put that there. Yeah, it looks pretty good there. Yeah. I'm probably just going to keep it like that. So that'll work for this floor. Now, what to do next? Next I'm going to work on the windows a little bit. Now, the interesting thing that you can do that I did on the prototype was something like this. I really like being able to put the stairs upside down when I can do it right. You can make all sorts of neat patterns with them. But I'm going to put something a little bit more simple in here. Something like that. And throw fences in it would probably look pretty good. Like that. That looks pretty decent. And on my other place, I actually converted these openings like this to doors just by leaving this spot open and putting a gate right here. And it looked pretty good. And it worked okay too. Every grade now and then a skeleton would shoot you, but I don't know. Only if it got really lucky. So I'm going to try this. I think I'm going to have this window pretty much like that. Now I played around with the side windows and I got a couple different ways I could do them. One's like this, which looks pretty good. So I'm going to make another one of those, and then I'm also going to try out the other pattern too. So with this I'm just going to put some steps in the corners here, like so, and whip out some fence and go off of this edge here. And like so, put that there and there, and like that. And it nothing can get through unless you happen to have some cave spiders up on top, but I've never seen any on the surface. Oh. That creeper. What the hell are you doing? Or not creeper. What the hell are you doing, man? Thought that thing was gonna go after me. Alright. Damn Enderman. Okay then. Now the other pattern is still very similar. It's just that the fence itself is done a bit different. And I'm out of fence. Of course. So, wood. Blah blah blah. There we go. That should be plenty for this. Now the other idea was to have it pop off of these, or well, just this center one. Get out of here, you. There we go. Like this. Alright, now that's the other idea. Now it looks more like this center window here. So I got two different options on this, or if I really wanted to, I could fill these in, which is too much really, because I like to be able to see out my windows a little bit. And other ideas, which I've kicked around, which I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to end up with, is putting half slabs here and there. That makes the window look a little bit smaller though, so I don't really care for that. But if you make a house like this, you know, just feel free to kick around some ideas. You know, change it up a bit. So, which one of these do I want? I got options. Sometimes options are a pain in the ass. 2, 1, center post, non-center post. I don't know. They both look good. So it's really hard to decide. I'm gonna go with this one, I think. So, whatever. It's just pick one and stick with it, I guess. They both look good, just do whatever you've already got mostly done. And once again, need more fences. Well, that's looking pretty good. But these doors could use some work. I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about doing those. So, if I did like that, I could put a door here or put a gate right across this spot here and nothing could get in. That would look good. However, whoa. Hey now. Get out of my house. Get out of there. You're not allowed in here. Alright, now the other thing I'm thinking about is taking this block here and lowering it one, which would probably make the door look better. Because right now it just doesn't quite look right. So we'll try this out. It didn't look bad, but it could probably use some adjustments. Let's see, I need, once again, more fences. Man, I just made a whole bunch. Man. Alright, fine, there. Fences, jeez. Okay. That didn't look too bad. Now the other ideas are maybe taking a stone brick and put it here. Or maybe this would make it look good. That didn't look too bad. But it didn't quite look right either. Man, I always gotta play with these ideas. How's this? Probably can't even walk through that. Nope. Nope, that didn't work. Now the other idea is possibly to raise the floor right here and on each side as well. Let's try that. Now that might make it so I've got a... Well, I was going to put a little dock out here anyway, so that's not a big problem. So let's try it this way. Put that there, that there. I'm going to just throw these down here for the moment. And I need more stairs. A little bit more stairs than that. There we go. This should be plenty. Now, if I were to do it like this, that looks good. I like that. Alright. Let's put this here, there, and there. Alright, that's a winner right there. Just need to move this out and put the proper block in its place. One of these. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Let's try putting one of these up here. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, I didn't want to hit that. Oops. Let's try this. That looks good. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to this other door, but I'm probably going to have to knock down this tree sooner or later. It is in the way. Man, there were nearly 2 stacks of wood in that tree. That took a while. Alright, hopefully I got enough of this done. I can continue. That should be enough. I don't really need a whole lot. Now, building materials, well, it's hard to remake a building from scratch, so I usually like to get what I want to build with the first time around, instead of having to remake a building later. So go ahead and get a hold of the best stuff you can, or exactly what you want to build with the first time, and go ahead and get your house done the right way once, rather than remaking it again later. So even if you gotta, go to the Nether and spend a day in there to get a whole buttload of soul sand or glowstone or anything else you need, it's worth it, just so you don't have to tear your house back down and rebuild it again or something. So now here's an idea. Do I want to do the same thing to this window? I think it looks good just with this the way it is, but I think this looks good with the stone brick on the top and bottom. So that's looking quite fantastic at this point. So I wish to have a couple gates, and I'm going to need more sticks and such too. So go ahead and throw a gate on here. See what it looks like. Now this should keep all the baddies out, just with one gate across the middle. I think you got to build these on top of a block. They don't build right in the middle in midair. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I can just open this and walk right out. No problem at all. So this is looking pretty nice inside. I think I might put blocks in these corners right here. So at this point, after I build one more little gate here, I'm pretty much done with the main building. And I just like to go over my design again, double check everything, make sure I didn't miss any blocks anywhere, make sure it's all consistent or inconsistent if I want it that way, and try my best to find ways to improve upon the design. So sometime I'll even remake half a building just to make it look right. So get a good look at this from the outside. I'd say it could use vines all over it, and I'll have to get on that. And it's looking pretty good. I need to put in my dock and maybe a walkway to somewhere, maybe over to the mine. I could use a mine entrance while I'm at it. Now hopefully I can get up here without too much trouble and get a nice top view. Okay, here's the top of the biggest, tallest tree on the top of a mountain. And you can't see much except the roof. I guess I went up too high. Alright, let's try over here. Doesn't look bad from this angle. Still need a lower angle. I'm gonna starve to death here. Don't die, Andrew. Don't die. Ooh, a key. I'm gonna have to go fishing and get a hold of some raw fish so I can get some. Whoa, that's nearly a death fall. I need so I can get a key or a kitty. Yeah, my family we call it key instead of kitty or cat. I don't know why. It's just something that's stuck. Yeah, that's looking quite nice. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. So if I build a little walkway or fishing platform right here, I think that'll be good. That with a little bit of vines and maybe some torches on top so not too much stuff spawns on my roof. I think that'll be about it, and it'll be more or less done. Just have to move in furniture. So this is pretty much just a little house, more or less a temporary place until I've built a giant house of doom. Sometimes I like making some big mega projects. What was I going to do? Oh yes, wood. I wanted a dock. Oh, that's probably way too much. So I want, do I want to make it out of the red stuff or make slabs? I'll play with the idea. I'll play with both ideas. So let's try the slabs just above the water. Oops. I'm glad you can get these things back. Several versions ago, if you had slabs of any sort and you put them down, you broke them, I don't think you got them back at all. Or like glass or something. Of course, that's been so long ago I might be not remembering it quite right. So that's looking good there. I might put supports on it. Oh, creeper. I don't know if he can get up here. Ah, well, didn't hurt anything. Yeah, okay, that works. Doesn't have to be out too far. I'll go a little bit further and I'll put on some supports underneath. Now, I would use fence, but it just looks bad. If you put fence in water, it just doesn't work. So, this should work. I only wanted about 2 spaces further. Alright. And now for supports. Put them, do I want them on the end or do I want them back one? I think I will put them back one. Oops. Well, I guess I'll put them on the end. Sometimes a misclick causes you to stick with a design decision, because I haven't got a bucket at the moment. Yeah, I'll put a little bit right here. So it's on this block here. And to make it look right, I'm gonna put one here. How's it on the other side? Yeah, I want one here, right here. Before I drown, come on. Whew. There we go. And there's my little fishing dock. That's looking good. Now later, when I've got places to go, I'll probably put a little path back here. I like building roads. I think it's kind of fun. I don't know why I think it's fun, it just is. Oh yes. I wanted to put in vines. Now, since I got the rest of my building done the way I want it, it's time for finishing touches. And in this case, since I don't have exactly any, get out of here. I don't have any, farm or any really decorative, landscaping going on in there. I'll just work with vines. Now on my other house I showed off at the very beginning of the video, it had its own little bit of a little forest inside with some mushrooms and some flowers and stuff, and pumpkin and watermelon and all sorts of things in it, but this one's not set up like that. It's just basically a house. So this should be plenty. I already got some growing here. Alright. There we go. So I kind of like the look of it having this stuff draped right over the windows and over the doors. So we'll try take a look, see what that looks like. I like doing it sort of random. That way every time you look out a different window, it looks a little different. So we'll do like this, and like so. So sometimes, you make everything isometric, or very uniform on every side and such, and sometimes you just like to throw in a little bit of flair, some character, make it a little random here and there. And this stuff will grow and should be alright. It'll take its time growing, might take a day or two, in game anyway. And I wanted to do the inside as well, so I've grabbed some more of these. Ooh. Get out of here, you. If I had more things to decorate the inside of a house with on the walls, I'd do it. Oh yeah, paintings. Duh, I do have things, don't I? I'd have to hunt down sheep and such. So maybe if paintings look right in that house, I'll put them on later after I got a little bit of a sheep farm going. Or at least go and shear some. Because honestly, the paintings don't look too bad, but they don't look good with every design. Plus, sometimes you get tired of looking at the same paintings. I don't think they've added any new paintings in over a year. So, and sometimes you just don't like looking at the same artwork all the time of the same Caesar references of him burning down Rome and angels and things like that. It gets a little tired, especially after you've been playing this game for a year, like I have. Let's put one here. I'll put it up one square there. Put one right here. One here. Up one square. Now, I don't really want any hanging out into the center so much, but maybe a little bit around the edges, like around the windows would work. That gives it a layered look. Might switch this one to go this way. And I don't remember what I put on the outside there, but I'll go ahead and throw one up here if I can reach it. Come on, get up there. Can't reach it. I feel like I'm that guy you seen on the. He's got a fro and he paints on the public access channel. It looks like it was probably made in the 70s or something. So here's a little tree, paint on the mountain over here. I can't remember his name. It's been too long. I hadn't watched that in years. Do I want more? I think I want this here. What do I got out here? I would like one here. Okay. Alright, that should do the trick, and I'm going to wait a little bit and let this stuff grow, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, here we are, and I got a couple friends over, Quissy7 and Kobe the King 1. And here's my little hovel. Actually, it's pretty nice. Alright, now I can get out of this boat. Man, it's raining a lot around here. Of course, it is a rainforest. And here's the inside. It's grown a little bit. It's looking a little bit better. I got my bed in here. And I'll probably take one quick shot from a distance way over here. Just to get another good view of it. Then I'll be going fishing. So I want to get myself a cat. Wow, that's looking quite nice. Well guys, I'll see you later.